Hey YouTube, what's going on? How's everybody doing? We're back here in the garden for an update. Things have been growing. While we were out in the highways and byways, things were growing, which is good, but also the weeds were growing, which is pretty much what I've been doing all day. Did some mounding here on the potatoes. We'll start here with the potatoes. Looking good, getting some blooms. Uncle Al did a really good video the other day on the life cycle and harvesting of potatoes. Go check that out. Uncle Al, also known as Die Bullfrog 69 on the YouTube. If you don't know him, go check that out. He did a real good video about bringing them up and mounding them and doing all the things. So we did some mounding today. Some are a little further along than the others, but the potatoes are looking good. I don't think we're going to have a want for potatoes. I guess it rained while I was gone, and some things came to life. The weeds really sprung up. That couple rains just really did it. The pepper plants still holding in there, waiting for, they got some blooms on them, which is good. We had a cucumber plant resurrect himself. What's going on back there? Somebody, you all right back there? One cucumber plant came back to life after I left on this row, so we got one cucumber plant that was resurrected from the dead, I guess you'd say. Tomato plants are all looking good. We're starting to get some fruit. Trying to get them all caged up. Oh, those are pretty big. So we're gonna be pulling tomatoes off pretty quick, like. Oh, careful. There's some even getting a little color over here. Hiding back in there. Where you at? So all the, just fruiting up all over the place on some of this stuff just in the last week. I don't know if it was the rain or if it's just that time, because we got like real rain. So often around here you get just a splash of rain. It barely gets the ground wet. These two rains were like, the ground was wet and it was still wet the next morning to where you could tell. So that's some good rain around here. Probably the last we'll get too. So tomatoes all look good. Broccoli and cauliflower coming strong. A couple slow ones there, but we'll catch those up hopefully. Squashes, the zucchini, we did a short. We already pulled one. We did a short of earlier. We gotta probably pull that one again here soon. That was a monster. Yeah, these guys just sprung up. I mean, that grew in a week. Plants never cease to amaze you. Squash in there, all gonna be time to pull. Watermelon sprung up again. I don't know if it was the rain or what it was, but some of this stuff just would come out of nowhere, where it was just looking really rough. Brussels sprouts. So these broccoli still got a little ways to go, but they're looking good. That one's a little behind the power curve. I don't know what its deal is. That's the cauliflower, right? Check cauliflower from here to the Brussels sprouts, and the broccoli over here is looking really good. These three right here at least. And the corn, the main event. Well, at least in my eyes. So we had our first original 2 rows of corn that are, what's that word go? Knee high by July. Those are looking good. We did that second planting of corn along here just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I believe. It's all coming in strong. So that's good. We'll have a little offset there. And cantaloupe plant came up. So I was saying this was just scraggly, looking like it was going to pass out. And it came up. We did a second planting of pumpkin here. That's coming up. I need to finish weeding out in this way. And out here near the edge is where we get into rabbit control territory, and the incursions continue. As evidenced by the lack of garden plants. This big squash plant here of some sort. Hasn't revealed exactly what it is yet, but this is the volunteer. He was already growing before we even started the garden, and I'm not sure what type, but it does have the fruit on there, so we'll see what color that is and what type before too long. There should be a bunch coming out of there, but that thing is just growing like a literal weed. The other pumpkin next to it that we hope to hold on to. This watermelon plant come on good this week. And just there's the corn row. Rose o' corn. That's a self-started sunflower plant. Just grew up on its own. Sunflower business is rough. Every sunflower I've planted, I did a bunch of starts, and when I went to transplant them and put them down, either the rabbits got them, squirrels got them, or they were otherwise incapacitated, didn't take or whatever. I've transplanted some more to fill some of the gaps down here with this corn is a little patchy. I'm trying to get some in these spots to maybe get some more sunflowers. We'll see. But that's the update. And be thankful for rain when you get it. Some of you folks out there have no problem getting rain. But it came around good here. So we're looking pretty good. I don't want to have any complaints. I still need to plant some carrots and radishes, I think is the last thing. I was wanting to do onions, and I think we're behind the timeline on, we're off on the timeline for what'd I say? Onions. Yeah, onions. It would be nice to have onions, but I don't think we're going to have any. So, looking good on this end, YouTube. Plant what you can, where you can, when you can. Do what you can with what you got, because every little bit's going to help. Whatever we are able to can or put in the freezer or whatever's for that, and whatever doesn't go that direction will end up feeding animals. And the plan is, once we harvest everything, we'll just rotate different animals through here to do their business and take out any of the last of the weeds. There'll be plenty of weeds in here probably by then. We'll have to pull the tomato plants and the non-edible stuff. It's not good for them. But yeah, we're looking, might be a bit excited with all the pulling stuff and harvesting already. So hope everybody else is doing good. Prep hard, YouTube, live free.